What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to talk about quarterback Michael Penix Jr. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about quarterback Michael Penix Jr. And I really feel like Michael Penix Jr., the Atlanta Falcons, this season will go as far as Michael Penix Jr. takes us. After watching last week's game with Kirk Cousins as the starter, with Michael Penix Jr. being out with the knee injury or the bone bruise, it just showed me that at this point, time has passed Kirk Cousins by, which I knew after last season that Kirk Cousins' days in Atlanta was pretty much done. But I really feel like the league has passed Kirk Cousins by at this point. I don't feel like he fits this Atlanta Falcons offense that Zach Robinson is running under this pistol set. And I really feel like at this point, Michael Penix is that franchise guy for this Atlanta Falcons team. Michael Penix Jr. has actually played really well this season. Even though he struggled in a couple of games, he showed us in week 1 against Tampa Bay Buccaneers that he has what it takes to put the team on his back. He's played really well against Buffalo, played really well against Minnesota Vikings. And Michael Penix Jr., with his ability to be mobile and get outside the pocket, his ability to make every throw and touch every part of the field with his strong arm, Michael Penix Jr. is a special arm talent. And I really feel like at this point, outside of just developing and learning the game of football and a lot of the different defenses that opposing defensive coordinators can throw at him, it's not pretty much anything that Michael Penix can't do on the field at the quarterback spot. I do believe that Zach Robinson and this offense has held Michael Penix Jr. back this year because they won't allow him to throw the ball down the field, and they're not using the middle of the field enough. But at this point, like I said, I really feel like Michael Penix Jr., he is the X factor, or one of the X factors outside of the running game, Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, and our offensive line. To me, he's the X factor for this Atlanta Falcons team to have a winning season. He's going to have to stay healthy this year. I'm hoping and praying that he will be back this Sunday against the New England Patriots. It does look like he's been practicing all week, but we know that he practiced last week and didn't end up playing. But I really feel like he definitely holds the keys to the Atlanta Falcons' success this season because of his ability to be mobile, because of his ability to make plays, his quick release, his accuracy with the football, and him just developing that chemistry with the guys on the field. We seen last week that Kirk Cousins really didn't have any chemistry with any of the guys out there on the field. Now, everything doesn't fall on Kirk Cousins' shoulders because I do believe that it was a bad game plan by Zach Robinson. There wasn't any rhythm to the offense, so I can't put that all on Kirk Cousins. But even in the games where Michael Penix Jr. has looked bad, even in that Carolina game and things of that nature, he didn't look as bad as this last game with Kirk Cousins in there. And I really feel like the biggest issue with Kirk Cousins at this point is just he has no mobility. And we know in today's NFL game, the defensive guys have gotten a lot more athletic, a lot more fast and things of that nature. And you have to be able to escape the pocket at times. You have to be mobile at some point. You can't just sit in one spot. If you're a sitting duck back there, you make it really easy for opposing defensive coordinators to dial up different things against you, and you make it extremely easy for guys to get after you in the pocket. And at this point, Kirk Cousins is at the point where I believe he's 37 years old. He's not trying to take a lot of hits and things of that nature, and I can't blame him. But at this point, we can see that the game is, he's on the back end of his career and the game has kind of passed him by. At this point, he's a statuesque quarterback. And in this offense that Zach Robinson is running with this pistol, we seen last week that Kirk Cousins was in harm's way a lot last week. He was under a lot of pressure. He didn't have time to throw the ball. And to me, he doesn't have a quick enough release, and he just wasn't making fast enough decisions. To me, he was a tick slow last week. He just looked out of rhythm. And like I said, part of that is Zach Robinson in the offense. But I think at this point, Michael Penix, he is the key to this Atlanta Falcons offense because of his ability to make quick decisions, because of his ability to not really feel the pressure when pressure's on. Michael Penix seems like he's cool, calm, and collected, and he's one of those guys that's very poised when he's in the pocket. Now, one thing that I think that Michael Penix can do better is use his legs a little bit more to get out of trouble. He is one of those guys that's an athletic quarterback, but he's reluctant at times to take off and run. But I definitely think if he plays this week against the New England Patriots and moving forward, to keep this Atlanta Falcons team ahead of the chains, at times he's going to have to take those hitting yards, those 2 to 3 yards, the 4 to 5 to 6 yards. If there's nothing there, take off and get you a couple yards instead of throwing the ball out of bounds. It's been times in this season where I've seen he's had yardage out in front of him and he's still looking and holding the ball, looking to try to make a play down the field. And at times, sometimes the best thing to do is just take off and run and protect yourself, get out of bounds, but pick up a couple yards just to keep the offense ahead of the chains. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on quarterback Michael Penix Jr. Like I said, at this point, I really feel like this is his team. I really feel like the Falcons and their success is tied to Michael Penix. So hopefully he's healthy enough to play this week against the New England Patriots because we're going to need him. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Michael Penix Jr. But I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.